Right, and welcome back. Well, a competition combining art, science, and Nebraska fish helps encourage students to learn more about aquatic conservation.
The Nebraska Fish Art Contest is now accepting entries. So joining us now with more is Aaron Hirschberger with the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission. You have your paintbrush in hand?
I do. I have a paintbrush in hand. Now, this is probably the most I will get to use this because one, I'm not an artist, and two, painting is something that's a skill, right? It's something, but this is exciting. I'm impressed every year. We've been doing this for a few years now, how artistic and creative our students are here in the state of Nebraska and how much they like fish. I mean, it's kind of cool, and this is an opportunity for them to combine those two, learn a little bit about the fish that they decide to choose as their topic, and then some amazing artwork goes on in that. And again, it's all about kind of learning more about what's around them and here in the state of Nebraska. And so we highly encourage people, students, teachers, whoever wants to get involved with it, to give it a go. We're accepting those entries, as you mentioned, Taryn, through the month of February. And so then they go on to a state judging where they can win some cool prizes and stuff, and then internationally as well, because we've got some partners like Bass Pro Shops and Wildlife Forever that have some cool curriculum. But you can see some of the artwork that these youngsters are doing. Now we've got different age categories, or grade categories, kindergarten through third grade, 4th, 5th, and 6th is also one of the categories, and then 7th through 9th, and then 10th through 12th. And it's also not only the art that they are celebrating, but also learning a little bit about fishing, a little bit about the habitat and where these fish are found, as well as some of the habitat that they need here in the state of Nebraska. And so 3 of those 4 categories have a creative writing component to it as well, where they get to write a little bit about the conservation or the fishing for these species, or some of the habitat where they exist in, whether it be streams or rivers or lakes or ponds, if they like cold water or warm water, and what they eat and all that type of stuff. But as you can see, there are some wonderful artists that might use paintbrush like I've got. They might use line drawings with pencil, charcoal. We've seen some watercolors in there as well. But just a wonderful time for them to get to know what's around them and celebrate the fish that we have here in Nebraska and all the many different species. Like I brought one right here.
Like that one.
Fish out of water. I borrowed this from our fisheries division. They told me he'd be okay. A largemouth bass. And I don't know if you guys have a favorite fish yet. You know, we might have to figure that out sometime.
Does it have to be a Nebraska fish that they draw?
You know, you probably get extra points and credit for those Nebraska native or Nebraska found fish with our Nebraska competition.
Catfish?
But it's an international competition. They do have some species, usually ones you find in an aquarium only, that aren't allowed. But we've got a lot of varied resources out there, from little minnows to big largemouth bass and catfish and all that good stuff.
I like how you decorated here too. We got some paintbrushes.
You sprinkled up
had to up my
paintbrushes.
game on Pure Nebraska.
There you
I
go.
wonder what Catherine's going to say. She's here today.
Well, we'll see if she notices.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to leave them?
Well, maybe.
Oh, okay. Aaron, thank you.
I don't get to use them, so maybe she can.
Thank you, Aaron.